on to the two speakers we have lined up for tonight. So we've got John Fahy with us, who's the regional sales manager for Topcon Positioning Systems. So obviously, John's been in the region for quite some time. You know, he looks after distribution channels in the Middle East. And, you know, for the past 16 years, he's been in very similar positions. So he looks after supply chain management, and, you know, he really looks into developing technology and automation within the Middle East construction market. And you know, that's really something that we've seen really take off is this technology and automation. Joined by John tonight is his colleague, I Alaa AbouElenin. He's based in Dubai, and once again, he looks after the regional sales for Topcon Middle East and North Africa. So, you know, he also comes from an engineering background. And then pretty much he did his master's in marketing and strategy, so also an engineer by heart. So once again, he'll be looking at the knowledge that comes with that from geospatial solutions, 3D mapping, and machine control techniques and so forth. So obviously he's also been working on a few local projects that I'm sure all of you can identify with, the Palm Jumeirah Island, and also, you know, the Al Hamra Highway Speed Rail in high speed railway project in Saudi Arabia, and also the Doha Metro project. So, you know, two experienced professionals that, you know, are on the top of their game. And so we really look forward to that. So just before I hand over to the speakers, we're going to really focus on the four main bullet points, the five main bullet points that you can see. You know, change. We all talk about change, but, you know, how do we lead that change, and what type of change, and adapting to the change? So we'll have a look at the impact on the automation on the construction industry. So once again, the example that I gave you just from my experience looking at survey, but how that's evolved through software and computers, etc., and the packages. Also, construction technology for future job sites, they'll be looking at the contribution of the machine automation, and then also why governments are embracing automation. So, you know, this is very important. You know, there's a reason that this is being actually, you know, specified in many things. We want a fully automated, you know, for my industry, ports and maritime terminal optimization. So we'll be looking at this embracement of the automation and why. What's the differentiation between having an automated facility and non-automated? And then also construction technology adoption in the Middle East. So what drives that? What are the impact of that? So this is pretty much what they'll delve into, and they've got two separate presentations. So it's great that both of them will be sharing their knowledge to that. So really a two-in-one bonus that we've got lined up tonight. So just the final slide from me before I hand over to our speakers. Obviously, because this is a live event and we've got many people on there, your microphones are muted. So please, can you use the Q&A function? So please type in, you know, your questions. Make sure that you put your name on the question so that when I pose it to either John or Alaa, I can say this is posed by this person. Normally we do get quite a few questions, so, you know, I might respond to some, and then, you know, we'll have 20 minutes at the end of this that we can ask them some. If we don't get to all of your questions, both John and Alaa have actually put their contact details there, and you can feel free to contact them afterwards. So this is pretty much, you know, just the way we please ask you, feel free to engage and interact, and you know, we'll pose your questions afterwards. So that's it from me. Next up is the presentation. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop sharing my my screen, and then I'm pretty much going to be handing over to Alaa, who's going to take you on to the next one. So Alaa, over to you. If you can share your presentation, please. Alaa, I see you're on mute. Okay, I can see, there we go. Thank you, and I'll tell you when it's in presentation mode. Right, thank you, Alaa. Over to you.
Thank you, Craig, for introducing me, and thanks to ICE committee members and the organizers for having me here today. Hello, everyone. I hope you are all well. My name is I Alaa AbouElenin. I am the regional sales manager at Topcon Middle East. A little bit more about myself, in addition to what Craig said, I have educational background of engineering and master degree in business. I have been working in the industry of construction technology for the last 15 years. During the time, I have involved in many projects and construction projects where I have supplied high-tech solutions such as drones, mobile mapping, 3D scanning, and GPS reference stations, and also 3D machine control systems. I have also worked closely with government authorities to develop the construction processes in the Middle East. Today, I'll be presenting the first part of the presentation, looking at the importance of construction technologies and its impact on the construction industry. So it's a pleasure to be with you for the coming 20 minutes, then meeting you again at the end of the event for questions and discussions. Construction technology and automation is leading change in the construction industry. This is our topic today, and I will also talk about the importance of construction technology and the impact of the automation on the construction industry. So let's start off by an introduction about the construction technologies and its evolution and integration. Construction technologies exist to improve the productivity and workflows for the construction industry. So integrating GPS positioning technology with sensors and hydraulic system and software enables us to create 3D models and automate the processes and increasing the productivity. So digitalization, when you talk about this digitalization in the construction industry, it's the process of moving to digital construction by utilizing construction technology. The automation in construction means that we convert the processes and tasks from human intervention to the automatic processes with less workforce and faster than usual, which increase the productivity and reduce the time. We can see that there are available solutions and technology for almost all construction process groups, such as planning, execution, monitoring, and controlling. We also see the construction and automation in different applications like surveying and mapping, earthworks, paving, and vertical construction. But ignoring digitization entirely is not one of the options now. Recent developments in construction and other branches of industry show that there is no stopping to make a trend toward digitalization. Four keys to unleash the potential digitalization in construction industry: automation, digital data, and digital access, and connectivity. I believe that everyone listening to me now has been witness to the digital transformation from Industry 3.0 to the Revolution Industry 4.0, where we have seen the utilization of computer in all aspects of our life to the mass data and the cloud-based solutions and 5G technology. But when it comes to the construction technology adoption, we are still behind and slow in the adoption rate. We are still using conventional ways to do construction projects, and still we are not deploying the technology that could achieve efficient workflows and increase the productivity. About 93% of construction industry players agree that digitalization will affect every process. However, 6% of construction companies make full use of digital planning and tools. Construction technologies. When you hear about construction technologies, what does come to your mind? Maybe drone technology or unmanned aerial vehicles for capturing real-time images from the field in less time and more accurate. There are many applications for the drones in the construction, such as inspection and monitoring and project progress. Also, the 3D scanner is a high accuracy mapping instrument. It uses laser beam to quickly capture complete details of the entire building construction project, indoor and outdoor. This is to create the point cloud data. It's a great technology to save time and decrease error, where the scanner can collect 1 million points per second. It delivers 3D CAD model, BIM integration, and as-built documentation. Also, Internet of Things connects products and plant sensors, systems, and machines using sensors and software. It's widely used in remote operations and fleet management and maintenance as well. 3D construction printing is computer-controlled sequential layering of material to create three-dimensional shapes. It's used to fabricate building and construction components. Also, 3D construction mobile mapping systems. It's 3D scanners mounting on the vehicle, and it has technology of LiDAR and GPS in addition to cameras, and all together that mounted on the car or the vehicle, where you can scan and acquire colored 3D point cloud data in real time. Also, BIM technology, it's integrated 3D model where you can manage, construct, design, and plan buildings and infrastructure. Now we can see also robotics in construction. This could be off-site fabrication systems or on-site automated or even drones itself. And finally, we know about the 3D machine control systems for heavy machines, where we bring all the technology of GPS or total station combined with sensors and hydraulic valves and controllers to automate the blade of the grader or dozer or excavator, whatever the heavy machine is. The system will always follow the 3D design for cutting and filling and leveling. These systems are greatly contributing to improve the efficiency of civil engineering work. Evolution of the construction technology. There is great evolution occurred in the construction technology for the last 20 years, shifting from computer on your desk to mobile connectivity, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, and high-resolution cameras. All that have changed the industry of construction. We see that in 2D, shifting from 2D to 3D models, then BIM models, then now we have the digital twin. And if you look at surveying equipment, the same as like Craig said, that he was using Theodolite. So now we see from Theodolite to mechanical total station, then motorized total station, then robotic total station. Finally, now we have total station with a scanner. The same thing happened with GPS technology, where we have GPS can be mounted on car and collecting data and information while moving and even while tilting the GPS itself. So the same thing happened with scanning. Scanning technology, scanners are also developed from basic 3D scanners to high-tech scanners measuring 1 million points per second. Adding sensors to these scanners like IMU, we are able to put the scanner on the car and move in the street to collect 3D data and point cloud very accurately and very fast. And now we are also having drones. Drones, you fly the drone and you collect images with very high resolution and you create the service and design.
Alaa, can see just in terms of the accuracy, what is the accuracy when you say very accurate?
When I say very accurate, it's related to the requirements itself. So when we talk about total station, so the accuracy of total station, it could be from 5 seconds to half second, and half second, which equal like millimeter, 1 millimeter. So accurate total station mean 0.5 second total station. But when it comes to scanning, having 5 millimeter accuracy with a scanner means very accurate. So each machine here and each technology has a high and low range of accuracy.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you. No, I was just wondering on the plane that you showed previously, what the accuracy was on that plane, because obviously the distances that you can do with a plane are significant. So when you're doing the flyover, obviously I would assume that that's the most least accurate, but it's still quite accurate. So I was just wondering what the accuracy was with the flyover survey.
Yeah, sure. That's a very good question. And as I said, it's different from application to other. And also the project phase is different. When we use machines, different than we use total station or mobile mapping system. In general, we are talking about millimeter accuracy with surveying equipment and sub-meters accuracy with other machines. So it's
very good.
considered as very accurate. Yeah.
That just shows how the technology has evolved. Thanks, Alaa. Sorry for interrupting you, but while you were on the slide, I thought I'd catch you there.
Okay. So moving to the heavy machine for construction, we can see 3D machine control technology, which is able to do the cut and fill automatically without intervention from the operator. And this is really great evolution in the heavy machine technology now is a 3D machine control systems. This is example of the integration where we integrate many construction technologies together to come up with a dozer that can do and perform the work automatically without even the cabin and the operator. So now you can see autonomous dozer with Topcon machine control mounted on the top of it. There is GPS technology, two GPS receivers are there. There is no cabin, there is no operator, and there is 3D design is managing and controlling the operation to get the work done based on the design. So we bring many technologies together to come up with integration like this dozer. There are many integrations in different stages or phases of the project, but this is one of them in terms of machine control. But looking at one example of construction equipment automation adoption, if we look at the chart here from 1994 to 2022, so we look at $200 million in 1994 adoption for the automation in construction equipment like dozers, graders, excavators, and now we talk about more than 3.7 billion expected to be in 2021. It shows that the adoption of the technology is increasing significantly. So we are expecting more than that, but we see that there is adoption is going. I don't say that this is happening here in the Middle East, but this is the global data. The same thing happening with 3D model and BIM technology. So from 3D model now we are adding connecting to 4D as a time, and the 5D is the cost, and 6D is the maintenance. Why automation and technology are important? Automation and technology are important because there is challenges of finishing the project on time. There is a lot of delays in the projects, and we need to save time. When we save time, it means that we save money. Not only that, we need to increase the productivity with the same resources we have. Only technology can do that. Challenges of safety at the construction site. You see, dozer now have made accident because people around or machines around or any trucks, whatever there. But having machine control system mounted on the dozer, that means that there is no any people around the machine, and this increases the safety, the cost. The challenge of increasing the cost during the operation. Because we need to avoid the error, we need to avoid the rework, the delays in order to decrease the cost. Secure data via cloud and accessible data is also one of the things that helping construction industry. The lack of skilled machine operators who can do the fine grading is also a challenge now, and using technology now like machine control is eliminating the need of skilled operators, and also getting efficient work done and high accuracy deliverables also need technology. This all need to be integrated together in one construction site in order to make sure that we avoid any delay and we finish on time, and also we finish on budget. So we are still here with the importance of construction technology and automation. Construction site or design like golf course like this is really big challenge to be achieved without technology. There are a lot of slopes, a lot of levels to be achieved. It's complex design. Using traditional and conventional way is really giving hard time to people in the project to be done. Also, we can see that now there are mega city and smart cities in countries in the Middle East, which need a lot of technology to be done on time. Also, the challenging designs and challenging projects inside the sea where we need to dig underwater, this all need technology like machine control. We have very creative designs and structures like Museum of the Future in Dubai, and this definitely need BIM technology to be done. Also, safety like inspecting high voltage towers like this without drones is really difficult to be achieved. A lot of requirements for technology in order to achieve such kind of projects. These projects were not there before, so the need of the technology was not like now. Now, in order to achieve these designs and these kind of projects, you need definitely technology.
Alaa, just before you moved on from that slide, the underwater, can you just elaborate with regards to the technology that you've got on the island there? I mean, obviously, what specific technology do you use for the islands? Because you mentioned underwater. So we're aware of the drones, we're aware of the aeroplanes and the autonomous stuff on land. Have you got something specifically that you use underwater as well?
In order to do such a project in the sea, so there are a lot of diggings in the sea itself. So using excavators or using cranes without the technology of 3D machine control is really difficult. Let's have example like I need to dig underwater. So in order to do that, I will need to send divers to go underwater to check the level and slope, or if I achieved what I need to achieve in terms of design or not. So this is a big challenge to use divers to go to check what I'm going to do around in this island. But having technology on excavators or cranes is helping me to achieve that with the 3D design. The operator can see the design while he's digging, and no need to send anybody underwater to check the level and slope. This is one of the.
I see what you mean. This is the excavator, the long reach excavator mounted, where the guy is actually, instead of looking at his bucket underwater, he's looking at a screen which is actually showing him a 3D version of the seabed. Okay, clear.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. In addition to that, also using crane system, same like excavator, plus marine survey. Now we have marine survey there we can do a surveying underwater by very high technology for these kind of projects. So moving to the, when we look at the construction workflow in order to understand construction solutions available for each phase of the project, starting from the initial site condition where we need to collect information by drone to know about the topography of the construction site. Then we use technology like GPS and robotic total stations. Again, we need to put machine control systems on excavators, dozers, and the graders. Also, we have available technology for paving now, and scanners to scan roads for resurfacing and maintenance, drones to do the as-built and inspection. So technologies are available for all phases of the project. Let's take one example of this technology to watch a video to see how this looks like. So surveying and collecting information from the site is always a challenge, where crew of surveyors and surveying instruments are spending days and weeks to collect data. Now, mobile mapping technology, as you can see mounted on the vehicle, are able to collect millions of points in few minutes. And scanning while driving in the street, you collect all the features of the road, all the buildings around, combine this with stationary scanners, as you can see, send this scanner inside the building to collect indoor data using GPS technology with the same design file, with integrating all these files together to send it between machines, between GPS, to total station, to the mobile mapping scanner. You bring all these data to the office, and when you do this, you are able to do your measurements and your design modifications, whatever you like to do, with very accurate data. Here you can see how the building became just a point cloud model, 3D model point cloud. Here the scanner is doing the scanning inside, indoor, and we combine these data of this scanner with the data of the scanner of the vehicle to bring all this together in one model to the office. And in the office, you are able to do all your measurements and all the design you want to do. Very accurate data, millimeter accuracy. Then you can send this back to the site to achieve or execute the modification or whatever you like to do. So this was an example of is the technology or integration of the technology for surveying and mobile mapping. As you can see, that there is increase in the productivity for agriculture and other manufacturing, but with the challenges in the construction site we have now, the productivity is decreasing if we don't use technology. There is big gap between what technology is available for the construction industry and what we have been deployed and adopted. So with the challenges that the construction industry faces nowadays, the technology is the only way to catch up and increase the productivity. So moving to the impact of automation on the construction industry, the automation has positive impact on the productivity and cost saving. We have some examples of that impact. Here we can see that this is a traditional way of having drawings and moving the drawings from the office to the site by taking the drawings, printed drawings, and going to the site, try to put the levels and slopes on sticks and pins on the site. But now what we have is just you need to send the 3D design file to the control box, and the machine will do the cut and fill automatically without any intervention, without any printed designs. Just a small file will be uploaded to each machine in the construction site. We don't need to send people to the site. We don't need to do that. This is the impact of the technology where you get efficient daily operation. You also shift from the 2D design to the 3D models. And as you can see, we use the 3D models in all phases of the construction, starting from the design and also with machines, and even to calculate the quantities and get the point cloud. Also, we are getting fast and real-time 3D mass data collection. It's very difficult to get mass data without this technology. In general, people are collecting points, point by point, using total station or GPS or auto level. But now we have scanners, we have drones, we have mobile mapping system where we collect point cloud, millions of points in few hours, and bring all this data back to the office, and we do our designs and we do our stakeout job. Improve the construction process, ICT construction, we call it ICT, which is the information communication technology, which has construction machinery embedded with machine control and the machine guidance. Also, inspection is done fast and accurate by drones. So using technology and 3D designs with the same design in all phases of the project, starting from the design as built, machine operation, cut and fill, and also inspections and stakeout. More applications, such applications like what we see now, mining, civil construction, heritage, and building construction. This was very difficult to achieve this without technology. As you can see now in the mining, we are just sending drones above the mining site, and we collect all the details and all the data 3D about the mining site. You cannot do this without technology. Also, the small details of the heritage and how important is that the 3D scanner can achieve that very fast and accurate with millimeter accuracy. Also, more applications with the 6D maintenance, since we use BIM technology in road, railways, bridge, and all this together. Also working with tunnels, with robotic total stations and the monitoring systems, BIM technology, all these applications could be covered when we use technology. Smarter structure and innovation. Most of you guys know about these buildings. It's in the Middle East, and it's really great. Some of these applications, we already have our technology, like the solar panel or solar park in Dubai, where we have machine control technology mounted on dozers, doing the cut and fill to achieve this kind of huge earthwork. Without technology, it takes years and years to finish kind of projects. Also, this Museum of Future, where we use BIM technology. Also, these kind of skyscrapers, which needs very accurate surveying machines like robotic total stations and monitoring systems. So, smarter structures and innovation, we are getting this as a result of implementing and using construction technology. Inspection applications, we do this by drones, and also we are able to share data between all machines and all devices and instruments in the construction site. One of the important things here using construction technology is share data between all project stakeholders, which has positive impact on improving the process and developing the integration and the communication between the members of the project. For many years, the construction industry has had the challenge of communicating information efficiently to clients. Owners has to go to the field to check themselves, but now cloud-based technology is allowing customers to remain updated on the progress of their project during every step of the way. So, for example, we have examples of this. Sending data from the site to the field to do tasks is easy now. Just you press the button and you send the task and file to the site. Also, getting the real-time information about the operation in the construction site is also now available by connecting the office to all machines and all instruments working in the construction site. So, such kind of smart job sites allow you to connect more technologies and link to other systems, sensors, cloud, and software in order to improve the communication and real-time reports and information. That all leads to what we call it intelligent construction. The construction industry goes digital, no doubt, and those companies that move early to develop and implement their own digitization strategy will be the winners. Keep in your mind that construction technology is constantly changing the industry. So be sure to keep up with the latest trends and research into how construction technology could help you to increase productivity, improve worker safety, and reduce the cost of labor. By the end of my part of today's presentation, I hope you are now aware of the importance and the impact of construction technologies and automation on the construction industry. Thank you everyone for listening to my presentation. Now I leave you with my colleague John to continue the other part of the presentation. Back to you, Craig, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Alaa. That was incredibly interesting. Really appreciated that. And you know, we've got some very good questions that have come in already, which I'll pose to you afterwards.